Hi, and welcome to TWSB. I am Scott Hugh, and I am about to do something completely insane. Basically, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to build a complete SaaS business, not the traditional way. I'm going to document every step of this journey, and I am going to do it purely writing it using, AI tools like Replit. Just to give you a short hint here, I'm going to use Claude Code or just Claude to get up to speed with the planning. I'm going to use Replit to build it. And then I'm going to see how far we can actually push this modern way of code building. Just to backtrack a little bit, I've been like 30 years in tech. I've started out as building, well, actually, I started out when I was really, really young in developing. And then I built PCs, went back to developing, and did some systems administration, etc., and so forth. Run multiple companies, and right now I am in tech sales. So I've seen the evolution going from where we typed in 20 to 25,000 lines of code and saved it to a tape on an arm strut in that was a bit, well, basically that was probably in the 80s at some point, and to what we have today, where we have full scale clouds and hybrid clouds and private clouds and public clouds, and all of them multi clouds. So I think that we are at a point where, should we say, business logic and the ideas that we can actually get, they matter much more than hard coding or hand coding, and even the coding skills or development skills that we have ourselves. That I believe that as a developer, or ex-developer, or call it whatever you want to, I believe that I have an edge over those who only have the ideas, because I do, to a certain extent, know what we need to put into, say, the structure and everything. And I'm trying to go back a little bit up and say, okay, how much can the system actually do for me? I'm not going to go deeply into commenting that part, but I am going to take all the, say, the fluff and the guru-ness, and I'm going to trying to take that out of this and just keep it real and have you see the constraints that I actually encounter. So, and when I say constraint, for example, just let me dig a little bit deeper into that, because if we take, for example, Replit, in the beginning of Replit, and I have to say again, I'm not affiliated with Replit nor Claude nor ChatGPT or OBS or whatever. But just in the beginning, when I started out with Replit, I could do a lot of stuff. I could probably do a month's work in a day if I wanted to. And as I increased the complexity of the prompts that I served, say, Replit, I could see the difference in how much I could actually stack and how complex that I could actually make it. And in the beginning, that wasn't that impressive, but it has really changed now, and they have done some changes in the way that they actually do the construction and do the coding. And they have like this core agent which can talk to other agents, like an architect agent. We'll probably see that at some point here. And then if we compare a little bit like Claude and ChatGPT, then even with the new version of ChatGPT, we'll still see that we can't kind of stack as many or as much context. Sorry about that. Or as many like questions, or we can't give it like an entire script about what we think, because it will not be able to kind of process that and keep the red thread all the way through, and I would say that Claude there is miles ahead, and using it for research as well is really, really a great tool. But with that said, this is day 0, and right now I have my phone there. That's a camera, and I have my, let me see, my phone there and my computer there, and you can't see that, but over here I have my tablet, and I have a scratch disk on this side, and a chair right here as well. And then, of course, my cup of coffee. So anyways, that's my setup. I haven't, well, yeah, my AirPods as well. I've tried to just keep it as real as I can. I have my phone on a gimbal, so it doesn't like vibrate every time that I shake the table here. But enough about that. Well, I have the OBS, which is like a recording studio where I record all 3 things. And today it's gonna be like, yeah, I think I'm not sure that we will actually get to a point where I start using Replit. I am trying to do it, but I'm not 100% sure that I can actually reach a point where I think that it would be wise to do so. So I might leave you cliffhanging a little bit, just a little bit, because I mean, that is the part where it gets really interesting as well. I won't promise it. Maybe I will just let you have a sneak peek. And if I actually leave it coding some stuff, I will also comment that at the same time. And then I will probably stop after one of the first prompts. Let's see how fast it's going. This will more be like a podcast or just like a discussion about the planning process, because there is a lot of planning that goes into say, okay, I want to build an entire SaaS business. What do we actually need? That takes time, and it takes a lot more time than you think. So really, to keep this real, I really want to try to keep it as simple as well as possible. But let's go ahead with the idea. Let me just switch to this one. As you can see, I have my Claude up, and in the background, I have my my Replit up. Replit is, the kind of the system or the platform that I'm gonna use here. And if we take a look at Claude here, I have just opened a new chat under Hugh, which is a project. And back here, you can see ClubOS. I'm going to explain in a while what that actually is. Well, in a moment. So I'm going to just prompt Claude here. I'm going to tell it about the project that I want to build. And I'm going to give it most of the context just to see where it is heading. So I'm not going to give it everything. I'm going to try to leave some of the decision process to Claude to see if it agrees. For example, ClubOS in this case it's a system that I want to build for clubs and associations where they can go in and add their members and manage teams. Maybe some communication back and forth, not in the MVP, not in the first most minimum viable product, but at least in the beginning, just to see, okay, how fast can we get up to speed with the system? So it's going to be payment integration, it's going to be multi-tenancy, it's going to be It's going to be invoicing, all of these kinds of things. And we're going to build it like this is where it's actually going to be super interesting, because I'm going to see if it can actually handle like a dual approach towards this ClubOS. I want to have ClubOS as a product that we use for, say, where we harness the boilerplate SaaS platform that we're going to build first. So that's basically the way that I wanted, or the approach that I wanted to take. So let's see if that is something that it actually asks me about itself, or if I have to gently nudge it towards what I am thinking that I want to do, and see if that's even a great idea. So the boilerplate is going to be the SaaS boilerplate, where it has the multi-tenancy, it has subscription, it has, of course, product management of the different. We add up. We have the say the project, then we have the boilerplate, and whenever somebody wants to use, for example, the SaaS platform, they will pay a subscription and add, for example, ClubOS or whatever SaaS product that they actually want to build in, or build on top of this boilerplate. So that's kind of the mindset that I have right now. So let's see where we're going. And ClubOS, as I said, that's for clubs and associations. So they will also have packages that they can use, for example, for, say, we have a freemium tier up to 25 members, or we have another one which is up to, say, 50 members, etc. That kind of stuff. So that's the SaaS product and the boilerplate on its side. So let's just go ahead and see what we can do. First of all, we're going to do some ping pong between Replit and Claude. But first of all, we are really going to do some context, thought process, mindset with Claude before we actually involve Replit. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and describe the project for Claude. And I really want to see that I'm doing this real live. I'm not going to copy and paste a piece of text from my tablet or anything. I'm going to write every single thing myself and involve you in the process as we go. So here we go.